Alright, folks, so welcome back to another lively episode of Dota 2.
Seconds to go.
We are going to be casting another Battle from the Trench. My name is Oxiled, and I will be your caster today. I guess we'll just start off with what's going on in the Radiance. This is an all-pick. I wasn't going to go through the pick ban phase because there is none. So, on the Keeper of the Light, it is going to be Sin. As far as the Tinker is going to be played by Ursai in the mid position. Windrunner is going to be played by Flix. I have that unmuted in the background. That's annoying. Alright, back to the game.
And they're
a little
off.
bit of pup tier casting. Sorry about that. Aku is go. There is going to be a little bit of action over here for the rune. Raiko and Slow Wolf going to be going at each other, just doling out a little bit of pain to get that rune, but going to be taken by the Juggernaut Slow Wolf to first to just set the tone for the game. Anyways, getting down to a little bit more of the business. Back to what we were going. Well, I guess they're going to continue to harass, so we'll just keep watching this. I can get back to the rest of the teams in just a moment. I feel like you missing first blood would be a bigger deal than you not hearing who the teams are right off the bat. But I think they're safe at this point, so we'll go back right into it. The Windrunner is going to be played by Flix, and consequently was also stunned by the Murano arrow. And being fissured in, she's actually, if she's not careful, going to get first blood. But she's able to pop the Wind Run, or the Wind Walk, and get away. The Wind Walk or Wind Run? Wind Run. Of course, it's Windrunner. Well, Ranger now. Whatever. Anyways, so lots of potential first bloods that have been going on so far at the beginning of the game. Just a little bit about this Mirana. Now she's not as viable as she used to be. She's still very viable, but that stun, the Sacred Arrow being dropped down from a 0.5 minimum to a 0.01, pretty much becoming essentially a mini stun, is definitely gonna probably in some clutch situations cause her to actually be the killed instead of be the one killing. So that, we'll see how that plays out. Anyways, Flix on the Windrunner. We're gonna have Aku, played by... Oh, good, there's a pause. That'll make this so much simpler. Aku's gonna be on the Skywrath Mage. Fun thing about the Skywrath Mage that I really like is in this recent patch, we've had the Ancient Seal resistance go up to 30% on the first point. And before that, it was 35% for level 4. So just getting one value point in there is a huge bonus. Early game, especially if you couple it with the Juggernaut, I mean, you get the magical output coming from there. If you can get an Ancient Seal off on, let's say, especially that Bounty Hunter, since he's a little bit more squishy than Mr. Tidehunter right to begin with, we can get that off. They could probably get a pretty easy first blood if the Dire gets sucked in a little bit too deep to start with. Anyways, on the Juggernaut, also Slow Wolf, as we saw him putting some pressure on that Tidehunter earlier in the game. Over on the Dire side, we're going to have Paperman on the Queen of Pain, as well as Good Son getting slowly harassed, continuously harassed. He's going to be on the Bounty Hunter. Earthshaker, I guess there's another pause. Earthshaker is going to be played by Wei. Moran is going to be played by, let's see, Otan. And on that Tidebringer is going to be Raiko. So, that's what we've got. Lots of pauses going on to start this game off. This game was actually recommended from the Dota 2 Cast It subreddit. So we, as in me, myself and I, decided to go ahead and download this one, give it a shot, and see what we can get. So this is where we're gonna get a little bit of trench tier casting today. I mean, I don't know the actual MMR of this match, but we're just gonna assume it's another battle from below the pro level. Does not mean, however, that a game has to be boring. More pauses going on. Way a little under mid health. No, he's over. Sorry, a little over. That's what I meant. Arrow's gonna fly. It's not gonna connect. As well as the bottom tower, Good Son. He's having a little bit of difficulty farming, and by a little bit, I mean he's 0 and 0. He has absolutely no contact whatsoever. He may have to just try to stay. I mean, I know he's got that stout shield to try and deal with a little bit of that damage, but honestly, most of the damage that he's probably been facing has been magical, especially when you have the Skywrath over here. Just dropping that continual arcane bolt, the consumptive shot, can just cause unfortunate problems. Slows, harassed. They don't want to deal with. Paperman in second place on the farm, doing okay mid, getting some items. I heard Skywrath popping over here. Dropped the concussion shot on Good Son. However, it's not going to ultimately matter too much. He's got the Shadow Walk, so he is able to escape top lane. We've got Otan getting only 6-7 farm, or creep last hits right there. Making it 8. You know, she's working along. Let's see what she's got right here. Just going for those double Wraith Bands, trying to get a little bit of damage here. Good Sun. Now harassing Sin. He's going to run off into the up mid lane. Gonna blast the Illuminate, drop some more harass onto the Quap. Going across. Good Sun. Now opting to just roam around because he's not getting any form of farm over in the bottom lane. She-Wolf. Sorry, She-Wolf. I'm thinking Shakira right now, baby. No. Oh, man. Slow Wolf is actually just doing a really good job on just making sure he's getting all the last hits. Aku has done a fantastic job of zoning out the Tide Hunter as well as Good Sun over here. And there we go. They're gonna go ahead and pop that again. Blade Fury just not gonna be enough though to do any significant damage other than the harass up in the top lane. Wei and Flicks are just gonna go back and forth. The arrow's gonna go ahead and completely miss over there. Let's see how this turns out. Arrow's still gonna be on cooldown for 10 seconds. We've got Aku way deep over here. No mana for a Gush, however, so I think Aku's going to be able to get away, especially since he's a little bit faster than he used to be. Over here, Otan picking up another level. He's going to put it into another arrow. Just try and get as much damage up as possible. Flicks could be a little bit... You're going to have to be a little careful. If they can drop a Fissure into a solid arrow, that's going to be the combo they're going to need to just wipe him down, take him out, and get that first blood that both teams are definitely coveting right now. They're trying to get... We're going to see Paperman popping the Invis rune. He's going to start rotating bottom. We're probably going to have a kill on Aku if he's not careful. They do have sentry wards, but at this current time, they don't have any placed down in lane. So this could get interesting with Paperman if he positions himself right. The lane's pretty drawn up. They do know that there's a missing call, though, and they are playing it safe, sticking back. So this may actually just result in missed farm for the Quap. Quap's actually going to... Paperman's going to go return back to mid and hopefully try. There goes the arrow. Arrow is going to not connect. It's going to just hit a little creep. He's going to be dazed and confused for a little while. Raiko coming around now. I think he wants to go in for this. Gosh, there's an Illuminate, another blast on Paperman. Wei pulling the lane back, making Flix' life just that much harder to continue the last hit. She's still doing all right. She's 17-1, which is not too bad, especially for that solo off lane that she's been working on over there. However, Slow Wolf already has the phase boots, the forward-man shield online. Let's see what else he's going to build into. I think he can just go for that early Battle Fury if he wants to. And up in top lane, here we go. Here comes the stun. Is the arrow going to get popped? It's not. So Flix is just going to get more harass. But here comes Raiko. Can she get the Gush? Gush goes down. Windrun is popped. Arrow's not going to fly. Can she get a clear shot? There's another tactical pause. And this is just getting... This is starting to get annoying. This is causing problems. I guess Tinker could get something to pop up here. Otan's not going to be able to drop the stun. If he could have dropped that stun, they would have had this. I see Paperman. He's coming around over here. He's going to come in. He's going to drop the ult. And there is the first blood. Took 4 of them to kill her. But Windrunner goes down first to Paperman, dropping the Sonic Wave. And pretty much a full load was dropped onto our Wind Ranger over here.
Taking hits.
Down at the bottom lane, the farm fest never ends. Where the gold is plenty and the Dire take damage. Slow Wolf and Aku just doing what they've been doing. As top tower takes a little bit of damage, but honestly, Otan, if he's not careful, he does have the Moonless Shadow. But if Bounty Hunter here can get his track up, he should be able to pop in on her and really much take her out if they can get a little bit of assistance, especially from that Skyrath. Skyrath, there's going to be the new... Oh, there comes the Sacred Arrow hitting Aku. Going to zone him out for quite a while. Power Shot's going to drop. Wei is going to get the kill. Oh, nope. There we go. Starstorm's actually going to get it instead. They're going to pop the Moonlight Shadow to let Wei escape. Flick's going to try and Power Shot randomly. Does hit Raiko, but not going to get the damage on Wei that she was looking for. Arrow's going to miss. Flick's just... Well, at this point, not really afraid. He knows that there's not much going on. Back in mid, however, Paperman almost getting blasted away. This Keeper of the Light. I like this guy. He's just, doing what he does. He's just being that old genocidal man doing his thing, blasting folks with his little light show. He could be a rave party, but not the one I'd like to attend. That's not a sight. Just no. Good God. Anyways, She-Wolf actually gonna go for drums first. Gonna get those online. Good son. Actually coming in. He's gonna see. Well, I guess not. He's not gonna do anything over there. Tidehunter almost dead to creeps. If there is just a little bit of roaming going on, he would be in a very bad place. However, he's going to be just fine for the moment. Bounty Hunter taking a lot of damage from the Blade Fury. He must have just had to pop the Shadow Walk, because he was not able to do more than, I guess, that much damage to Slow Wolf. Slow Wolf just continuing to farm up a good item. I honestly think at this point, Bounty Hunter, he has his 6. He needs to go ahead, roam around, and try to find some kills that could feed a little bit more gold to the Dire. As far as late game potential, both teams have, I think, fairly equal opportunity. That Miranda, though, could get really scary if she gets farmed. She's middle of the pack on the last hits. Queen of Pain, though, is taking a good bit of the early farm, and there comes Ursai. He's probably going to die to that. So there it goes. Come on, wait for it. The Shadow Strike. There we go. Shadow Strike's going to get a kill for Paperman. Paperman's just taking care of it. Speaking of that Shadow Strike, it's actually been... Oh, wait, hold on. There's a little bit of action top. Let's see if we can come in that. Way. It's going to get away. That was terrible. Anyways, about that Shadow Strike, it's actually been buffed several times in these last couple patches, but here comes the TP in from the Tinker. Tinker's going to go ahead, can zone in the Paperman, potentially. There's going to be the Rocket's going to drop, Laser's going to pop on there, not going to be able to hit any of the hits on Keep the Light. He's going to escape, actually. No, he's not, because, once again, that Shadow Strike doing work. Doing very good work. They dropped the cooldown in the second patch, and then they also increased the cast radius, so it's now overall a much more powerful and viable skill than what they've had in the past. Arrow, can it connect? Yes, it's going to. Flicks. There's the Starstorm. Double damage going to pop on them. She is going to go down, though. She did not have the, I guess she did have Wind Run on, but she opted to go for the power shot. Should have at least popped the Wind Run first if that wasn't on cooldown at the exact time that she died. Poor soul, just going to go down. Way, going to get blasted by a concussive shot, but no follow-up. In the jungle here, we've got Raiko just, well, just doing what he can. And you know what? He's very good at jungling now, especially since Anchor Smash has been moved up from 40 to 60. 60 damage reduction. That's massive against any hero that's trying to damage. Paperman's got the double D root. He's going to drop. He's going to drop the Scream. And there is just more damage. The Shadow Strike almost off cooldown. He could probably go after Sin if he wanted to, but not with the backup from Flicks. Doesn't even matter. Got Tinker anyways. More harassment. That Illuminate. She comes back in there. She's going to get blasted by the Illuminate. Here comes. Oh! But it's not enough. Still painful. She's going to have to retreat back to her base to heal up. And there's Raiko. Just, what is that? I like that little cannon shell wrapped in algae or whatnot. Anyways, up top, here comes the Tinker TPing in against Way. No, it's not. What was I talking about? Sorry, I heard the sound, but I heard a different TP as well. I'm just full of it. A little low health all around the Dire. Let's see what the gold worth is looking right now. Even though last hits are dominated by the Unero, however, it doesn't matter because kills can equal a lot more than that. As far as kills overall, we got 4 and 0 on that Queen of Pain. She's doing a good job at making sure she can go. She's doing what she needs to do, as in gank in those, keep the farm away from certain heroes. I guess Tinker just got blasted down there in the mid. Paperman, I think Tinker just needs to go away from mid. Mid's a bad place for him. He has, man, look at his items. I mean, he's got gifted tangos, and he's not anywhere near close to his bots. Overall farm, Tinker is second to last. I mean, we've got... Tinker is a hero that needs to get some early farm so we can start being a lane presence pusher. Start establishing a little bit of lane dominance, but that's just not happening right now. Instead, all the dominance going to the Dire. It's 0 and 8. This is looking a little painful. Tinker's going to pump back mid. I'm a little worried because Paperman is here. They do have the assistance of Sin. Sin does have his spirit form on cooldown. He can get that blinding light if he needs to at least help out. Here comes Echo Slam. Going to get dunked on there. Flicks. He's going to get hit, but the Wind Run is going to save him. Way is going to get away. Just barely, though. Look at that. Barely any health left on him. Is the arrow going to land? No, it's not. Windrunner is able to escape just in time. Pretty even around the damage dealt both ways, however. Blitz is going to get popped. Fortify is going to take the damage for a little bit of a while until the Radiant can go ahead and pop up, maybe do a little bit of damage, illuminate anywhere near here. No, it's not. He's in the mid lane. So up top, here comes the Ancient Seal, though. Gonna be able to get the kill. And no, but the arrow's gonna pop. Aku actually gonna be going down instead of Wei. Just couldn't get that shot on because the arrow, clutch arrow by Otan, able to save the life of the Earthshaker. So working out for him very well. Thanks. Good plays, good positioning. Well done on that in that regard. Wei actually going to opt to go ahead and jungle on his way back to the base. He's going to capitalize and get a little bit more last. So we're going to see the blink in. We're going to see the... There we go. Here comes the strike. It's going to be enough to kill him. He's going to go down. The track gold is going to go to the Dire for that. However, Bounty Hunter is going to go down to Juggernaut. Juggernaut pops in. He was able to TP in and at least drop...
mid-towers having
at least drop the Omni Slash. Omni Slash was able to wipe up and clean up the Bounty Hunter. Doesn't matter if he had Shadow Walk because Tower was right there. So... at the end of the day, I think taking out that Bounty Hunter is going to be a little bit more important than that abysmally farmed Tinker. Tinker, unfortunately, looks like, geez, 0 and 5. He has just been wailed on this entire game. The Dire understanding the need to keep Tinker out of this. They do not want to deal with the split push potential that the Tinker has. I mean, if you look at the Radiant team, they actually have a very potent pushing lineup. They have the ability to defensive and offensive push quite well. With that Keep of the Light, the Illuminate can blast in pretty well. And then always, obviously the Tinker, everyone knows about him. You get the boost in travel, coupled with the March Machine is always very potent. But once you also add the Wind Ranger, she get the Focus Fire. She can do a lot of damage to the towers, and also just that Healing Ward. It's huge. That's 5%. That's like almost 3 hearts right there. Anyways, Paperman's gonna blow in. She's gonna blow the Shadow Strike. She's gonna blow the Sonic Wave. Is there gonna be enough damage with the Healing Ward? She's gonna save actually. Aku getting coming in, take a little bit of damage. But up top, the Wind Ranger goes down again. Poor girl. Probably just that too much stuns. There's just so much potential to get locked down when you couple the Fissure as well as the Sacred Arrow. That's just a lot overall right now. What do we got? 1.5, almost 2 seconds right there, plus 5 seconds up to there. So you're at least looking at about 5 seconds worth of stuns, up to 7 or so if you're lucky. Here's going to be the Illuminate Blast. Paperman's actually going to walk right into that face blast, but it doesn't even matter because Tinker is able to get the rockets off in time to kill the Bounty Hunter. Ancient Seal's gonna pop a Paperman. He cannot blink away, but can she? Yes, she does. At the very last second, all she needs is a little bit of sight. There's gonna be one more shot, one more concussive blast. Arcane Bolt, can you pop? Can you pop? But here comes the rockets. Rockets coming in. Can she blink? No, she doesn't, and she goes down. Paperman taken out. Tinker finally reclaiming a little bit of revenge kills. He wants the blood, and he's starting to get some of it. Aku dangerously low to dying. They're gonna be the Seal's gonna pop. Just not a whole lot of damage output, but it is going to be enough to kill, to take down Otan. Flick's getting it just before the Moonlit Shadow Fade time pops in. What is that Fade time at level 1? It is 2.5 seconds, and that just wasn't a lot. Don't get sloppy now. Putting a little bit of jibing into the Dire's terms. They're probably not liking it because they were just absolutely dominating the early game. The early game was solidly, if there was a championship vote for the early game, it would have Dire all up in that loop. But does not mean that the game is over or anything. There's not quite a comeback yet. However, looking at the gold graph, it was at 3,000 and now it's almost back to 1,000, which is a pretty trivial amount, especially at this point of the game. 1,000 gold, give him a couple towers, and that's going to go ahead. Power Shot actually going a little bit premature, scaring away Wei. He saw that coming and got out of the way just in time to avoid both the Power Shot and the Illuminate. Let's see what's going on as well. As far as the last hits department, over 100 on that Unero. He's doing a pretty good job at staying on top of his farm. He's going to be working towards that BKB. Here we go. Ancient Seal going to pop on Paperman, but that's going to be off just in time. No, it's not, because the Omni Slash is going to pop, and that's going to be enough to just nuke out. Here we go. Dust getting popped on Godsend. Godsend can't get away, I don't think, not in time. They're going to be able to drop an Ancient Seal. Can they get a concussive shot on there? He is going to be able to escape. They could have dived a little bit harder, but the arrow is going to get flown by Otan. Not going to matter. The Radiant going to be retreating away, confident that they did enough to zone out Godson. But here comes Godson looking back for a little bit more action here. Gonna be able to plop just a casual bounty, casual track onto Flicks. But here comes the teleport up from Tidehunter. He's gonna start walking down there. If they can, Tidehunter might be able to get... There we go. ES is going to get his blink up. Tidehunter, does he have any blink? Do they even have... Yes, Tidehunter does have his blink. No, he doesn't. Sorry, that is ES. Is my bad. Tinker, dangerously low on health, dodging the arrow, trying to get away, keeping the light, sitting there. He can pop the form. He may need to pop the form. What was he doing? He's popping it a little bit too late. Is he going to be able to recall her Sai? Is it going to be in time? Yes! Yes! No! It's going to get canceled at the last second. He's going to get blasted out by Paperman. Paperman going to get that kill. He's going to walk away. Illuminate got a blast on, not even hitting that. That should have hit Otan. That was a little bit of clipping issues. Oh, Ice Frog, please help. Moonless Shadow getting popped now. They're going to go on the offensive here. They got the positioning to go on Aku. Aku's going to pop. He's going to pop a little bit of dust, but is it going to matter? Aku, very squishy here. That Skywrath Mage, almost next to no armor, even at this level. There's going to be the arrow to take him down. He's going to get nuked down. Here comes the power shot. Flicks, putting a little bit of harass on Otan, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Got Skywrath. Here goes the confident Mirana back in mid. Dire then reasserting themselves on top of the Radiant. Radiant having a little bit of false hope at the moment, but I think they're realizing that the Dire is willing to dive down past the towers, loop around. They're still not concerned with the damage output overall on the Radiant. And honestly, there's a lot of good things going for the Dire with their picks. When you look at it, you got the Moonlight Shadow, which can be in it, then just bring in the Tidebringer. Raikou can go ahead, drop the Ravage, drop the D all over it. Then Earthshaker just dropping the Slam Jam. Once that's put down, they're all going to be just so locked into place. Sonic Wave can go ahead and just clean shop with the remainder of them. There we go. Paperman, there's actually 3 of them. Omnislide's going to get blasted. And there comes the Mystic Flare to clean him. But Juggernaut's still able to get killed at the last second. There goes Paperman, getting a little bit too cocky, a little bit too confident. She just couldn't take... I don't know if she wasn't aware of the 3-man mid, but it was 4-man mid, sorry. Either way, just too much damage for not enough action, not enough durability. Flop, flop. You know, we love her because she can blink around and just be a generally annoying individual. There comes the Echo Dump, dumping all over Wei. Wei is going to get taken out, but it doesn't matter because Wei goes down to Juggernaut. Juggernaut was able to take out the Windrunner, but Dire does lose their tower. So, second tower loss for the Dire. Over down here, Godson going to go ahead and pick up the haste. A little bit of push action going up in the top lane. Middle just going to be a back and forth between Otan, She-Wolf. Otan still has a lead and get away at any real time. Juggernaut, he has his alt staff up. I think he had the Aghanims up at like 16 minutes or something, so he was pretty well to do right from the beginning. He's just going to go back to farming, take care of that. He's got his drums and the Ags. I think he's enjoying himself quite a bit. Now, Juggernaut also buffed in that recent patch. His Omni Slash got boosted from 175 minimum to 200, so you're going to get a pretty reliable amount of damage. Also, important to note, Juggernaut, now the fastest base attack time in the game, went down to 1.4, which is even lower than Anti-Mage's, which is 1.45. So, other than a fully maxed out Chemical Rage, Juggers is going to be taking the initiative with the fastest hits. He is going to be Mr. Lightning Fisters. Not Mr. Lightning Fisters, Mr. Lightning Fingers. Well, I mean, he could do both, I guess. I mean, you know, you apply your speed to whatever you want to do. Anyways, I think that I like that because I always like to see Juggernaut played. He's one of my personal favorite heroes, so anytime he gets a boost, I'm a happy man. Looks like they're going to be starting to go for that Maelstrom on the Juggernaut. He's going to start working towards that. Overall net worth, 10 grand, 10 G's. Holla holla on this Juggernaut. Right now here comes the Dire. They got the Moonless Shadow. They could pop it in, but they're not even going to worry about it. Because, they can't get the double stun onto the Windrunner. But She-Wolf's going to get knocked out by a huge arrow. He's going to try and spin away. Actually, I think the counter Ravage is not going to be effective whatsoever because Bilkin BKB. Anyways, there's going to be the dust. This might be a bad sign. Godson going down. Raikou is also going to go down in just a moment. They're going to... is he going to be able to drop the Echo Slam for the stun? Good plays. Well done by Wei. Able to do a little bit of clutch action right here, but the Healing Ward. Healing Ward's up. Why don't you kill it? If you could have killed that, you would have been fine. But here goes the Tidehunter. Tidehunter goes down. She-Wolf staying alive, just enough to wipe out even more of them. Aku then going down. I don't even know where Windrunner was, but she died and somehow in there. Good God.
You know the drill.
Wow, action, death. It's like one of those mindless movies you watch and you absolutely love for no reason. All it needs are some bad one-liners, and I think we pretty much got a winning formula right here for the 80s. All right, so a little bit of time to cool your jets and powder your butts. I don't know how that last one works out at all. Forgive me. Anyways, all right, who's taking damage? Flick's taking a little bit of harass from something. I don't really know what. Overall, just going to be a push. Mid tower's going to go down to the Radiant. They're going to go ahead and back off a little bit. Over bottom lane, they're going to have to, yeah, they're going to TP in. They're going to try to defend against Paperman's push technique. Aku and your Sai is going to go ahead. He's got his boots up finally, his bots. He's going to go ahead and TP back to mid, or back to base, back to well. Get what he needs to come back and drop a little bit more stun, a little bit more spells. Here he comes back. But honestly, I still think Paperman's fully well capable of dropping him on. Although, Mystic Flare, there we go. There we go. The Lincoln's going to be able to pop. Although, it doesn't really matter. She's going to be able to get away regardless. They don't have the lockdown to stop the Quap right now. I don't know, but I think Aku, well, he's not getting the farm for it, so it really doesn't matter at this time. But somebody should be able to get something to lock down that Queen of Pain. There's only one actual stun on the Radiant, and that's the Hack Shot. So maybe an Orchid would be really nice, a Pigstaff would be excellent, but I don't think they're going to actually get the gold for that. I mean, overall, current gold, what are you looking at? Right here, sorry, there we go. Current gold, nobody actually, pretty much everyone broke. This be the 1920s, and here comes Slow Wolf trying to get the Marana, but he is indeed just too slow, but here comes the nothing. Nothing, no follow-up, no death. Quap is, where is Quap? Quap's down there, not even, she should probably get out of there. She's recognizing that she's in a bad place as 3 of the Radiant go ahead, but one of them pops over here. 3 Dire up in the Ancients area. Godson's gonna pop, and here we go. Sin probably gonna get just blasted down. Here we go. Yeah, when you got that fissure, then you got the Shuriken Tons. He was pretty much dead. Otan, really low on health. He can get bombed out by creeps if he's not careful. He's going to go down if he's really not careful. Good God, one hit. He's got to go back to base. He's just playing life a little bit too close to the cuff. He's gonna back off. Good, smart man. There you go. There you go, Otan. Doing the smart plays there. Raiko going ahead and tanking the Ancients, getting some probably well-deserved farm. He's been doing some pretty solid plays. He's actually starting to work towards that refresher.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Bottom tower is going to go down. Despite the best efforts of the Radiant, they just aren't able to really stop this Radiant Juggernaut. Just going to get absolutely blasted. The, oh, man. Just, woohoo. Man, you've got the Scream. You've got the, yeah, you got the Scream, you got the Sonic Wave. That's just a whole lot of damage. A whole lot of nuke dropped on one here. And here comes the Ravage. They're going to pop it on She-Wolf. Slow Wolf. And Slow Wolf goes down. There's just no way he was going to be able to escape that. Plus the Ravage. But you also have the Ravage coupled by the arrow. Just a little bit of mini stun from the Shuriken. There's really just too much lockdown on him. Plus the track. He's not going to be able to run away. Poor guy. Just in the wrong place at the wrong time. The Radiant really is just going to need a little bit more action in the top warding area. They want to stay away from that. I know they got the jungle decently warded. Not the best, because honestly, Dire can just pop in through this way at any time. But you know, they're doing what they can, I guess, at this time. Wind Ranger working towards a 4-staff. I can understand that. See, they honestly are getting popped into a lot of bad situations. I'm sure they'd like to have the ability to get out of that. It's probably a good call. Aku's going to get hit by the Sacred Air. Here comes the blast. Scream of Pain's going to hop in. Starstorm's going to go ahead and clean up onto Aku. Aku's going to go down. Here comes the Blink. Oh, there's going to blink out to safety. Good call, good call. And Tinker utilizing that blink very effectively. Finally got it up. Here we go. Moonless Shadow's going to get popped. I don't know what they're setting up for. If they try to go under tower, they're going to get revealed. So let's see what's going on. There we go. Recall. Slow Wolf getting pulled in. Juggers coming in to the Pate. He's not quite level 16, so he doesn't have his up. And here comes the fight, I think. No, I lied. Sorry. Overexcited for nothing. Nothing actually happened there. There's going to be a little bit of Illuminate damage. There's going to be... I'm hearing arrows getting popped. They're not going to connect. Sin just getting taken out. Here comes the Omni Slash, though. They're going to be able to take out Wei. Wei's going to be out of the battle, even though his Echo Slam was up. It's going to take out some pretty good initiate, some pretty good nuke, some pretty good stun right there. That actually might give the Radiant the advantage they need to push forward. Although they are double tracked, here comes the arrow just to let Mirana get away. I think Raiko is in a bad place. He doesn't have a blink. He probably should have opted for that blink a little earlier. He's relying a little bit too heavily on the fissure and the arrow to set up for a stun. He's going to need it, just if not just to escape. But here comes Paperman popping in on a coup, just trying to take advantage of how squishy he is. But there we go. There's the Mystic Flare. Illuminate's actually going to go ahead and take out, giving some gold, giving a little bit of love to Sin. Sin's going to go out, so, but doesn't really matter because Sin doing work. Not a very good engagement for the Radiant. They thought they had it, but they actually got completely nuked out. Wei wasn't there to follow up with some backup stuns just in case. I mean, Raiko way down here, but her Sai is actually going to go down anyways. Just some good action as far as overall. I think Dire still solidly taking advantage of the lead that they had at the beginning, and I'm not going to say that the Radiant's making a massive comeback, but they are starting to win some team fights, and it's helping them out at certain points. XP graph, good God, almost at 12,000 at one point, but starting to get a little bit more positive towards the Radiant. Still got a long ways to go at 9,000. Gold graph, not the worst I've seen, but still about 7,500 lead onto the Radiant. That could be substantial enough to at least give a couple items in favor of the Dire that they can use against the counter. Especially, who's been the main damage? Let's see, the kills and deaths. As far as everyone knows, it's all about this Juggernaut. This Juggernaut's been just shutting them down. If they can get the Juggernaut kicked out of the battle, there's really not a whole lot that the Radiant can really do to contribute in a team fight. Yeah, they've got some nukes. I was hoping the Tinker would actually be using his laser a little bit more on this Mirana to take her out of some of these fights. Although at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because it's only 3 seconds of miss rate. These team fights have been lasting well beyond that just due to the ability of the Dire, the mobility that they possess. I mean, you've got the Blink in, already built into the Queen of Pain. You've got Shadow Walk on the Bounty Hunter. Earthshaker has a Blink. Mirana's got Leap, and she's also got the Moonlit Shadow to set up for even more. Eventually, I would hope that Tidehunter's going to get a Blink, but honestly, it doesn't look like he's going that route. Instead, opting just to go for that refresher. He's got to just get about 150 more gold, and he'll have that up. Over at the top lane, here comes the Omni Slash. It was blown, but to no avail. It doesn't even matter because Little Miss Paperman was able to blink out of the way and also able to pop the Ghost Scepter, which I'm sure pissed him off to no end. Ghost Scepter being a very smart pickup by Queen of Pain. Protected from that. Aku almost going down, but Paperman going to get just absolutely nuked. She's going to be able to black away, though, just in time. Give me a little bit of a chuckle. What a bitch. Oh, goodness. What do you expect, though, from Queen of Pain? If you're ready to lure, it's ugly. You got to blink away. Oh, there goes the laser. What? It's not going to be enough. Can Tinker blink in? He's got the blink. He's going to be able to get... Oh, there it is! Good blink. Good heat seeking. Doing good enough work. Doing good enough work to take out Paperman. Paperman, while the Dire is leading the kills with here, she's going to have to drop off at some point. She's not going to be able to carry the entire game. I don't think, especially with what lineup that the Radiant has, they're going to be able to do some more work done. What happened to Keep of the Light? I don't even know. I guess there's some fighting going out here because I was rambling like an idiot. Wei trying to escape, can't get that Blanker Dagger up instead. Slow Wolf gonna go ahead and take that. A little bit too late from the stun. Oh, here we go. Can Goodson get away? He's gonna be able to blink out just in time, not blink out, but Shadow Walk in time, and Mirana's actually gonna take the damage for it instead. Jerk move by the Bounty Hunter. I mean, yeah, he saves himself, but there goes the Mirana. However, once you add in the Ag Scepter, Slow Wolf would have had enough damage to take out both of them. So, all said and done, the Shadow Walk was a good call. It would at least let one live instead of just everyone going down the tubes. There comes that beautiful healing word. A little bit of 5% heal. That pretty much almost 2.5 hearts. But Paperman's smart enough to actually blow it up this time, making sure that they can not afford any more healing that they already have. But it's looking like, unless... I'm seeing some positioning. The refresher is up on the Tidehunter. This could be big if they utilize it correctly, but there's only 2 of them here. There's not going to be enough. Tidehunter walking into the fight, he's actually getting Mystic Flared if he's not too cautious about his positioning. There's going to be 3 of them. We're gonna get, here it comes. Here comes the Tinker. He's popping into the fight. Can he drop the Ravage? Drop the Ravage. Pop it, please. There we go. His Refresher gonna get blocked. There it is. Here it goes. Can they get Slow Wolf on? Can they zone him out of the fight? They're gonna try and take him out. Is there gonna be enough damage, though? There's not gonna be at this point. Bounty Hunter able to get the kill, though, on that, Shadow, or, oh, there we go. Here comes more damage. Oh, there's going to be a buyback from Unero. He does get nuked out by that Sonic Wave. Omni Slash going to be able to pop, doing a substantial amount of damage, but killing none. There we go. The Mirana's going down. Here we go. Some positioning back from the Wind Ranger. She's going to be able to see if she can drop some more pain onto Raikou. Raikou's going to go trying to escape, but Wave was able to get the kill onto Keeper of the Light, and Flix able to take care of the Tidehunter. Here we go. Flix trying to escape. Is she going to be able to get away? All it needed is a quick blink from Paperman. Here comes Slow Wolf just whomping onto Good Son, but it doesn't matter. Godson almost dead, but it doesn't matter. Here comes the Echo Slam. Ursai also trying to do damage. All she needs is one hit, but it doesn't matter. Godson gets the Janata off in time, but the concussion shot is going to pop across onto the Bounty Hunter. Blood everywhere. Action. Death. Here comes another stun by Way. There goes the Mystic Flare. They're both going to go down. Team wipe on the Radiant. Dire is going to just gonna take out 3 of themselves, though. Brutal fight on all sides. Death all across the board. Paperman did some pretty solid work. There was some really good. Man, that fight started over here, right at the mid lane. Kind of worked down to the tier 2. Then just go ahead and popped over into the secret shop area. Popped over to the second tier 2. Popped back over here. It wasn't a problem. That was a good minute fight. I'm excited. I want more of that. My adrenaline's pumping. My hands are shaking. My hands are shaking. Boom! Boom! Dead. Oh, God. I love it. I love it. Got to bring that energy to the field. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, woo, what the hell happened there? I mean, it's just, you know, Radiant got wiped out just due to the total burst damage and lockdown factor that the Radiant, I mean, the Dire can bring to some of these fights. And when you've got that double Ravage, that's pretty potent. Earthshaker is able to blink in. He can drop the Echo Slam, just bring the Slam Jam. Queen of Pain, that Sonic Wave doing a substantial amount of damage. She's smart enough to pick up the Ghost Scepter and the Black King Bar just due to the sheer number of magical spells that the Radiant does possess. Whew, all that talking, give him a little bit of a hoarse throat. But yeah, it's good pickups. Bounty Hunter's also sitting on a BKB. How many charges has he got left? Just got it, pretty much a virgin BKB right there. Earthshaker taking advantage to also take a Veil of Discord into the forays, making very good usage of all the magical nukes that the Radiant is going to have to take right in the butt from Dire's Pain Train. They drop the D when they like, and it's been working out pretty well, although Goldcraft's going back under the 10 grand mark, XP going deep into the 15k mark. It's looking pretty ugly for the Radiant right now. Here comes the flash in. There we go. They're going to be able to drop down the dagger, but is it going to be enough to take him out? I don't think so. There we go. Omni Slash is not going to drop, but it's going to get evaded by Paperman. Paperman trying to run away. Gold Sun popping out. There's going to come the Ravage. He's going to get a double Ravage here. Here we go. It's not going to go on BKB Boy, but Ursai, Aku's going to get blasted. There goes the Socket Wave. There goes 2 of them. Oh, man. Juggernaut actually cleaning up Tidehunter and the Bounty Hunter as well. Gotta love that. Healing Word also doing work. Does he have refreshers? Because I could have sworn he just used Omni Slash moments before. I guess not. I must be just shooting the breeze. That must just be the sound of his beautiful, beautiful blade attacks. He did not have to use his Omni Slash. And Paperman's going to go ahead and get the hell out of dodge. Way actually in a bad position if they can get off a stun on him, but they're not going to be able to. Aku doesn't have the mobility items, nor does Wind Ranger does have the 4-step, but she wouldn't have been able. She actually probably could have gone in there. We're going to sit on the high ground waiting for Team. Team, please. Team, please. Come, please. Team. But it doesn't matter. He is going to pop in. He's going to Echo Slam. Anyways, he wasn't able to get off the Veil in time, and that is letting the Mirana. She's able to pop in from the back. Get that Starstorm. Take out 2. Taking out 2 of them. And here comes the Omni Slash. Going to get some retribution on Otan and going to take out Way right here. Oh, they thought they had her, but they really just didn't. Paperman going to get the kill on Unero, but honestly, Slow Wolf walking away pretty much up top right now. Buyback status only on 2 heroes. Man, there is just a whole lot of dying going on in this game of digital sports. Yes, I do enjoy the semi-parable announcer. Probably just as much as the next guy, unless you hate the Stanley announcer, and then in which case I probably enjoy him more than you. Yep, Oxiled casting, stating the obvious.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
Every day on the day. And here comes Illuminate Action, gonna drop a little bit of white light all up, and then Good Sun and Paperman, they don't really care that much. Here comes the Tinker, he's gonna pop in. He's probably just gonna go ahead and drop the rockets. A little bit of a free spell right there. Doesn't actually matter, however, because Good Sun, they're harassing him out of lane. That's what they need to do, at least keep him away for the moment. But honestly, what I really liked in that engagement over here, just moments ago, Wei was sitting up here. He knew he just needed to drop in, give enough time for Mirana to go ahead and loop around here, pop in, so that way he could drop the dunk and let Starstorm clean up. What they didn't count on is just how powerful that Omni Slash really is. It is physical damage, and it is, I think, in the rest of the Dire's favor, at least some of the squishier heroes, to pick up that Ghost Scepter just like Queen of Pain did. She recognized the sheer gank ability of the Omni Slash, as everyone really should. It's never a good idea to go against a fully loaded Omni Slash to pop in that Axe. That's just really painful. And especially since who's been just on the death train quite a bit in this game. You know, honestly, not that much on the Dire side. 5 kills, maximum deaths, and 2 strength here. It's pretty tanky guys for the most part, able to get out of that situation. Juggernaut just really enjoying that Mjolnir, taking advantage of that low attack speeds. He's just able to get all the procs. Here comes the Dust. He's going to be able to pop onto the Shadow. Doesn't even matter, though. Queen of Pain going to be able to pick off Sin. Since he's going to go down. He's trying to run away, but he just can't. He's not fast enough. Here comes more. I heard the concussive shot go off. Mirana's able to go ahead and take out Aku. Poor guy didn't stand a chance. Her damage output is not ridiculous, but it's certainly annoying enough to just take you out. You're going to die. She leaps into you. She drops the Starstorm, and that just auto-attacks you to take out what's left of. There we go, Shadow Strike popping across. Flicks gonna take some damage from that. Doesn't really matter that much when she's trying to pop some defense on there, as well as Tinker continuously spamming those rockets. He keeps pushing the Realm, but the Realm's costly. You got 350 mana per free use, and if you're not hitting back to the well, or you have a Bloodstone, you're not gonna be able to spam on the level I'm sure you'd like to. You can keep hitting back in the well and using that bottle to regen just that much faster. But when they're pushing hard, you probably get off about 3 rockets before he's just completely out of luck. And then that gives the Dire time to strike. They just drop the double Ravage. That stuns. Do they have any other BKBs on the Radiant? What are they smart to do? Here comes the Ravage 1. Ravage 2 gonna pop right about meow. There he goes. They're gonna take out Flix. Flix just gets blasted down. Slow Wolf. Oh no, he's going down. This could definitely be a Raxing opportunity for the Dire. They have all the push potential they need. Yeah, the March Machine's going to get pushed. The Illuminate's going to get... I will give it to the Radiant. They do have good defensive push initiative right there, but it's... I really don't think... Especially, let's see what the Barret back status is here. It's not going to be available on anyone who's going to matter in these team fights. So... It's looking a little bit bad, although Paperman is getting nuked pretty heavily. He's going to block the BP at the perfect time to avoid that Mystic Flare. Well played on his part. Very good timing on that. Although, Aku and Sid doing an excellent job, as well as the Tinker. I forgot the Tinker's name. Who are you? I need to remember. Ursai, they did an excellent job holding off the Dire from pushing. If Dire committed, they might have been able to pick off Sin or pick off the Tinker. Actually, not the Tinker, because he was way too far out with the Skywrath. And then they might have been able to push, but you know what? They just didn't want to take that. They didn't want to take the chance.
Radiant's top tower,
and it really paid off for the Radiant. They held strong, and they were able to stop the Rax from going down. A little bit of top push going on from Godson. Doesn't really... Not really anything going on there. Maybe got like 1 chip away here. Aku just sitting in here. Here comes the arrow. Arrow's going to fly off. It's going to hit Flix. Is there going to be any follow-up by Otan or what? Not. There he goes. Starstorm's going to pop. Lincoln's going to save him from a little bit more damage, but Otan living. And Flix definitely living. Flix being... Whoa, why did it over here? Flix getting away with it. Here comes the Tinker popping in with those very popular Boots of Travels, Mark 2 or 3. Good Sun popping, or getting Mutal Shadow popped on him, but here comes Slow Wolf. Slow Wolf trying to get some damage, but he doesn't have any sight. He knows they're there. Here he is. He's got the Omni Slash. how much more time could possibly be left on this Smooth Shadow? It's about to expire. Good Son is probably going to get blasted out in just a moment. We'll see. No, he doesn't. They decided to instead. Here he goes. There goes the Omni Slash. Going to get popped on Raikou. He's going to definitely go down as well as Good Son. If he can get... What was that? He didn't hit, but it doesn't matter. Because he got the Blade Flurry, and that was enough to also avoid the Fissure getting locked in play. There he comes. There comes the Hex I was talking about. They definitely needed that to get on Slow Wolf. It's not going to be enough, though. She does not do nearly enough damage to take him out with 3 other teammates backing him up. He's also got... what does Keeper the Light have? No. She's got the mech, yeah, so he would be able to haul any damage that the Queen of Pain was going to be able to do. At least, well, not all of it, but at least enough to keep their favorite one guy alive, Slow Wolf. Slow Wolf going to pick up the S and Y whenever the hell that courier decides to get out of the secret shop and deliver it. That courier, that spider courier, flying spiders, dear God. Anyways, not anything to do with my small phobia of spiders. Wait. Look at that guy. Look at him. Just sexy man. Sexy, sexy man. Alright, here comes the recall. They could go Roche. I really think the Juggernaut has the ability. They could tank Roche if they wanted to just drop the Healing Ward and go to town on it. Either team. Nobody's done Roche at all this game. Kind of baffling me a little bit. Bounty Hunter looks like he's opting to go for the heart. He's going to know... He knows he's just getting nuked out a little bit and he wants to go for the heart. He could have gone, I think, for a couple other items, but... You know what? If he thinks it's going to work out for him, Godspeed. Good luck for you. Mid tower about to get denied right here by Waze. Here comes the arrow. They're just going to go ahead and check Roche. Doesn't matter. They're not in there. But here's Aku sitting, trying to spot out for the Radiant side to see if the Dire. I guess everyone's thinking about a little bit of death. A little bit of that action. I guess up top, Tinker was just pushing against Paperman. It's really not a good idea when you don't have enough proper sight, especially in this jungle area. If you don't have some sight over here to give a little bit of awareness. The Tinker, he doesn't have the greatest escape, especially when you got some of the stuns like the Marana where it just flies out of nowhere. You get nuked out, or you can just nuked out by the Queen of Pain. A little bit of Roche action just coming in to say hello and resolve some loan debts that they had with him earlier. Here comes the Illuminator to get a little bit of sight. Radiant now aware of what's going on. There's going to be the Ancient Seal pop to no Fruition. Godson popping back. Radiant could actually potentially go on this, but they're going to go ahead and let Radiant take it. And that's going to be a free, uncontested Roche for the Dire. Radiant better walk away now. They're in a bad position. That arrow going to hit? That would be ridiculous if it did. Here comes the Radiant backing away from this. They don't want any of it. Net worth now quite a bit in favor of... Oh, here we go. There is the Scythe. There goes the Scream. They're going to be able to pop the Shadow Strike. Not one more time, but able to do a substantial amount of damage to the Keeper of the Light. I love that Pig Stab. I love the Scythe. I think it's really good at shutting down Unero and keeping him out of the fight. Hopefully enough to stop him from getting Battle Fear, and then he can just perma-stun him with the double Ravage plus the Echo Slam. Sonic Wave him out. Here comes the arrow into a creep. Creep, dazed and confused, dazed and dead. Paperman just getting nuked on. Here is... Let's see, we're going to get some action here in just a moment. Let's see. Marching Machines coming in to defend, as well as Illuminate. What else? What else can the Radiant provide to bring up their sleeve and trick the Dire into going into an engagement, leading to the ultimate slaughter of all of their kind and the hopes and dreams of millions? Yeah, anyways. So Aku just gonna get the hell out of Dodge. Raikou not wanting to go to Ravage on just one hero. That's dumb. Doesn't want to do it. But here comes Slow Wolf. Slow Wolf gonna initiate. They're gonna drop the Ravage. They're gonna be able to drop the Ravage again. But here it comes. Is he gonna be able to get away? No. Power Set's gonna take out him. And there goes Paperman trying to get away from that. He's also got the BKB, but doesn't need it because he's got the Blink. Sonic Wave is actually gonna drop. Mystic Flare is gonna drop. Gonna be able to pick up no one. Mystic Flare able to get enough damage for Juggernaut to pick off the kill though. Juggernaut just getting all the kills when he needs it. Let's see what the kill job. 15-6 versus 17-5. Paperman starting to drop off as a carry at this point. Way in a very bad position. Needs to get out of there before Flux comes in. They can get a good shackle shot off in about 3 seconds. They know they need to. There we go, the blink. And they're just going to let Way go on. Wei is going to be able to fissure in just a moment. Here comes Paperman. He's dropping the ults. No, he doesn't. Sorry, not the ults. Dropping the scepter. Here comes damage on Wei from all directions. He's going to get blasted out. Flix is going to stay back. Paperman's now in a very bad position. He needs to be able to blink. There goes the blink. He's going to escape just in the nick of time before something really ugly could have gone down. Just like that pig staff. Here we go. Clutch plays by the Tinker. Are they going to be able to take him out? She-Wolf, Slow Wolf getting the kill onto Queen of Pain. The comebacks are starting to become a full-fledged steamroll back in the direction of the Radiant. Let's look at that gold graph. Not a steamroll whatsoever. I am completely full of it and overhyped on my own testosterone. But Radiant doing a very solid job at making the game more respectably in their favor. They're going to go ahead and actually push, take out the Dire's tier 2 bottom, and tier 1, a lot of farm. This Tinker's going to love. He's going to go in and just sop this up with a loving, tender hand. Quite a bit of gold sitting on the Unero. What's he going to do with it? I think he could actually, honestly at this point, if he's got that much gold, he should really go for an Abyssal Blade. He's got the attack speed to definitely get off plenty of bashes, in addition to just that anti-BKB, that stun. That's 2 seconds they can drop someone out of there that they really don't want to deal with, particularly that Queen of Pain. They want to take her out, or they want to take out that Titan if they can get him out and take away that Ravage. It's really going to open up a lot of opportunities. Here comes the Omni Slash, just going ham on everybody but the man that he needs to kill, except for right there. Raiko goes down. Here comes the Blade Fury trying to escape. Good Son wants to go in, wants to drop the D, but a Coup. Here he is. Can he drop the Mystic Flare? Yes, he can. Good Son goes down. And there goes that Coup. Sonic Wave's going to pop. Not going to be enough damage to actually kill anyone. Echo Slam is going to pop. It's... Oh, here comes the Dire just getting wiped out, but there goes Paperman taking out her Psy. Skywrath is going to be able to take out Wei. Here comes the 4-step away. It's going to be enough. There we go. Full team wipe by the Radiant. The comeback is real Game of Throws on part of the Dire. They had so much going for them. The game's not quite over. If they are able to go ahead and get a team wipe on the Radiant, potentially get a solid Roche here, they can put it on the Queen of Pain. She will have the damage output probably to wipe out the Radiant if they're lucky, but this is looking really good for the Radiant right here. Okay, I know that they were behind now, but come on. Yeah, it's just starting to rocket. Look at that. Look at that. Incredible comeback potential from the Radiant. This is fabulous. That's fabulous. Lots of flaming, lots of anger being shot across. Shots fired in all directions. But the only one getting mowed down right now is the Dire. Poor guys. Here goes the bottom racks. Slow Wolf, just a monster. Look at this guy. That great damage output. But when you're hitting for, 0.41, he's able to put in a lot. I really wish he had a basher right here. He's honestly doing really well overall. He's got the kills he needs, but I just think that would be such a good clincher. Drop the drums. You don't need them anymore. Pick it up. But at this point, who cares? They're going to just wipe out all the racks. Here goes mid. Raiko sitting back here. He wants to do something, but he knows he can't. Is he just going to go in for lows? Oh, God. What is he doing? He's just feeding now. Poor guy just getting absolutely railed on. Can you just hear all of the blades, all the blade dancing going around? Oh, man. Whew. Gifts. I love you. Oh, Juggers. Juggers McJugs. You're my fave. I enjoy you. O10. I'm going to get Mana Leak. This game's just... Let it go, boys. Just sit in the well and let it happen. You had your shot. Godson running away, and they're going to clean up the middle racks as well. Here comes just... Oh, God, look at the push. There's just creeps everywhere. The Megas, they're all over this place, causing extreme discomfort for the Dire to contend with at this point. Most of them down. Buyback status not even up on the Mirana. So it's, here we go, boys. Man, what a comeback from the Radiant. There were some really good players from the Dire, but, man, just the Radiant able to drag this game out. I think the biggest thing that the Radiant had going for them just was the ability... Here we go, up top. Here goes Ursai. He's trying to get away. Can he get away? But no, here comes Paperman to clean up at least one of them. Godson was hoping to at least get off a track for some extra gold, but it wasn't enough. So, good God. But anyways, this Radiant,
could use a little help.
I have to give it to them. They had excellent ability to zone out the Dire from pushing up into the high ground. With just between the Skywrath, the Tinker, and the Keeper of the Light that did enough damage to keep him out. Also the power shot. What am I talking about? Of course the power shot also helps keeping them zoned out. So I guess if you're looking for a later game comeback, that's your lineup, folks, and then just get a strong, carryable hero. Juggers being that man this game. I mean, the dude's 20-6. I'm sure he's not complaining about his KDR right now whatsoever. Nah, you can always get better. But Juggernaut actually going to go ahead and opt for the Monkey King bar. He just wants to be able to do that much more damage. And he does get a little bit of attack speed bonus, but really it's all about that. Just the true strike, I mean. And Paperman just getting wiped out. He's... Poor guy. He wanted to go in. He saw Slow Wolf. Thought it was going to be enough, but not really. Can I just start calling you Shakira? Because honestly, I keep thinking She-Wolf. I don't know why. It's just the thing going through my head. So Shakira, go ahead and popping up, doing damage. Well done. Them hips don't lie when they go into battle. They just actually slay everything. They dance, specifically a blade dance. Wow, the puns are real. Anyways, Slow Wolf going ahead, taking all the farm. He doesn't need farm. The guy is so jacked on farm, it doesn't even matter. I mean, what is current gold sitting on everyone on the Radiant? Okay, it's all just going to Juggers. But anyways, here comes the arrow coming across to Aku. It's TP in from Tinker. Ursai going ahead. Here comes the march. Here comes the power shot. They're going to go ahead and push. I think they want to throne this. Please throne this, because Game of Tronies is taking too long to come back. Oh, gosh. So, not sure if Radiant wants to... Here comes Ursai. He's going to pop in. He's going to go ahead and drop everything on Raikou, but Raikou is going to be able to drop the Ravage. Hopefully be able to escape. Doesn't have the mana after he pops his refresher orb to get the Ravage off a second time. This is going to actually allow Ursai an opportunity to pull on the jukes. Look at this guy, Mr. Feisty, Mr. Elusive, the elusive man over here, dropping his indoctrinated wisdom all over the place, dropping bombs of the evasion tower. Oh goodness! But here comes the fearsome foursome rolling up top as the Radiant decides to go ahead and go for the mega creeps in the top lane. Fabulous, fabulous plays.
The Dire might want to mine
Echo
the
dunk.
tower.
The slam dunk, the slam jam, Space Jam looking to hit, but without a follow-up from Tidehunter, it just doesn't look like it's going to be possible. He blew it at the wrong time. Ultimately wasn't even able to get that kill. Here comes Wei. It's going to drop, but is it going to be enough? A lot of damage. Aku going to get gunned down if he's not careful, but he's able to force staff away thanks to Flicks, and there goes Wei. He's going to get blasted out. Here comes some more damage, more... Look at this shoot. Look at Shakira just doing wonderful work. Ursai potentially in a bad spot, but it doesn't really matter enough. The damage output just isn't high enough. Paperman, if he's not careful, he's going to get ulted right here. No, he's not. He's not going to get ulted. What even blew it was Tinker. Who blew that at the last second? I don't even know. Oh man, here comes the throne. They're working for it. Radiant trying to do something to hold them off, but it doesn't matter. Here comes the Omni Slash, just rolling train all over the Dire's pants. And hold on to your butts, folks, because it is over. Radiant coming back from an exceptionally large lead that the Dire had at some point, coming back from over 15,000 gold, as well as over 25k experience. That is fantastic. And that is the end game, folks.
The favor.
So, if you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed casting it, my name is Oxiled. I'm an up-and-coming Dota caster. I enjoyed this quite thoroughly. Got to stretch out, flex the golden pipes over here, and got to watch some pretty quality Dota. Hope you enjoyed the stream, or if you're watching this from YouTube, I do have a stream on Twitch. If you're watching this from Twitch, I do have a stream on YouTube. So, congrats to everyone. If you would like to co-cast with me at all, go ahead and send me a message on YouTube or Reddit or Twitter. All of them, just type in Oxiled, you'll find me. And that's pretty much going to conclude this one. So, until next time, you stay classy, everyone, and have a wonderful night. And or day, depending on your time zone.